All right, hey everybody. My name's Ian. I'll be going over with you all about some obscure facts about Einstein's life. Now, I'm sure you all know about the theory of relativity, Einstein's equation E equals mc squared. Well, these particular things have had a profound impact on the world that we know today, and those theories that he created that's had ripples throughout over half a century's worth of time, and it's helped shape the future that we know today. I have a vested interest in Einstein. I believe that he's a really cool person. I have always enjoyed the STEM aspect of schooling. I like science and math and things like that. And his legacy has actually been a pretty big influence on some of the things that I pursue today in my life. Now, the speech it'll go over some of the hardships that he faced when he was a younger child. It'll go a little bit into some of the things that helped propel him into his fame. And it'll finally go over a little bit of the things that happened to his body after he died. Okay. All right. So Albert Einstein, he actually had a pretty tough early life. Okay. When he was born in Germany to his Jewish parents, Hermann Einstein was his father, and Pauline Koch was his mother. He actually had an abnormally large head, and it was to the point where his family and his parents were worried that he had a birth defect. Fortunately, the doctor convinced him that it wasn't a birth defect, and they helped to talk him down, and he actually grew into his head a little bit later. Another aspect that he had an issue with when he was a younger child was he had speech problems. He didn't learn how to speak properly until he was the age of 3, and he had some learning disabilities as far as literary things. So it took him a little bit longer to learn how to talk and things like that. A little bit later into his life, at the age of 17, he applied to university, the Swiss Federal Polytechnic Institute. He actually failed the entrance exam. He passed with flying colors the mathematics and science portion, but he failed on the geography, history, things like that. Now, Einstein, he eventually gets into the Swiss Institute of Technology, and as such, he meets his wife there. Her name is Mileva Marici. She's the daughter of one of his professors, and she's a very intelligent person. She's actually only one of 6 people in the physics class in that whole school, and she was the only woman in that class as well. So she, in her own right, was very smart. During this time, at the age of 26, in 1905, Einstein publishes his theory of relativity. Now, during the time, the science community embraced it, and they believed that he became a renowned scientist within 3 years of publishing that paper. However, the public was a little bit skeptical until 1919. In May, there was a total eclipse of the sun. Now, a scientist who wanted to help him prove his theories, he took pictures of the sun, and through the pictures that he took, they were able to prove his theories on relativity and the effects of gravity on light, and that propelled his career into immediate stardom. And this effect was so strong and vast, took such a great hold that actually Israel, the country, actually offered him to become their president. He of course turned it down, but it's impactful that he was able to get that just off of his fame and how much intelligence he had. Naturally, based off of what you all probably know, he won the Nobel Prize off of his work in science and everything like that, and that's what he's known for, one of the things he's known for today. Now, I went over a little bit about his life and his early childhood with y'all, but there are actually some interesting facts that happened to Einstein after his death. Einstein, he wanted to be cremated because he didn't want shrines built around his gravestone, his legacy, and everything. But an actual pathologist, his name is Dr. Thomas Harvey, he performed an illegal autopsy on Einstein's body, and he stole his brain, and he actually ran across the country with his brain in a jar for 20 years. And when they finally called him, they took away his doctorate and everything. But because he had his brain kept preserved so perfectly, they were able to actually make some discoveries as far as brains go, and they were able to make some assumptions about human intelligence based off of the fact that Einstein's parietal lobe was actually 15% larger than the average person's. Now let's go over some of the facts that we learned today about Einstein's life. I've talked about the hardships that he's had when he was a young child. I talked a little bit about some of his rise to fame and some of the great accolades that he's helped create and influence the modern society that we live in today. And I actually gave you all a little bit of information about some of the crazy things that happened to his body after he died. And I think a lot of the things that Einstein has created and accomplished in his life are actually relevant to our society today, and it actually can influence many generations, old and new, for many centuries to come. All right, thank you all.